Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today we're going to do a little Jay Jabbers where I just jab about some random stuff that we talk about in the cloth diapering world, or things that you guys have asked me. This really isn't a popular question, but I do think it's a question that should be answered realistically. So let's just jump right into it. Is cloth diapering hard? I think this is one of the most important questions when you are looking into cloth diapering. You want a cut and dry answer. You maybe just heard about cloth diapering and you stumbled on this video, or you're about to jump into cloth diapering and you stumbled on this video, and you want to really know, is cloth diapering hard? Is it hard? And if you watch any of my other videos, you know realistically that cloth diapering isn't easy for everybody. So is cloth diapering hard? Yes and no. There are so many different perspectives when it comes to cloth diapering, and there is no cut and dry yes or no answer to this question, which I know sucks, but let's dive into a few examples of that to kind of help you understand if cloth diapering would be hard or easy for you. There are so many things that can come up in your cloth diapering experience. I've dealt with a lot of them. I've dealt with a heavy wetter who leaks through everything. Leaks suck. I've dealt with rashes. I've dealt with wash routine issues. I've dealt with stains and using the wrong ointment on your cloth diapers. I've dealt with elastics relaxing. I've dealt with the waterproof material becoming not waterproof anymore. Usually we call it bubbling or cracked or delaminated depending on what it looks like. I've dealt with certain diapers not fitting all the way up through potty training, one size diapers. I've dealt with diapers not lasting forever like I thought they would. So there are just so many things you can run into when you're cloth diapering, and that's not to overwhelm you, but that's to be realistic, to let you know that you could run into one of those things. There are tons of people who run into no issues, but I think the main part of that is you can get problems with disposables too. With my second child, he got rashes with everything, like bleeding, blistering rashes, chemical burns. I wish I knew about cloth diapering back then. I think he really would have benefited from it, but yeah, he had horrible chemical burns from pretty much every single disposable on the market, and it was really hard watching him go through that because he constantly had a rash. There can be a lot of complications with disposable diapers, finding the right brand, finding the brand that absorbs enough, and that is the same with cloth diapering. And you know, you have to have the right size or the right kind of diaper that fits on your baby. You wouldn't want to put a newborn diaper on a toddler, so you do need something that's the right size. If we have the right support behind us, then cloth diapering can be worth it. And you know, sometimes you'll go on Facebook and you'll go to these cloth diapering groups, and it seems like everybody's having issues with wash routines or rashes, and that's really a place where people do go to get information about cloth diapering. I do think there's a lot of crazy information out there about washing things, and that is drama in itself. When people ask me, I try to break it down like, I'm not a guru, I'm just a mom with a camera in my kitchen while my toddlers are fighting in the room next to me. I haven't experienced everything, so I don't know everything. I've cloth diapered 3 of my children, with her being the youngest. But even cloth diapering 3 children, it doesn't mean that I know everything. There are things that I've tried in the cloth diapering world that just did not work for me. But there are people who try those same things and they do work for them. So that just goes to show you how different experiences can be here. And if you ask questions online, you know, if you go to a Facebook group or you go to Baby Center and you ask, you know, like, what is the best cloth diaper? 50 people might answer it, and you might get 50 different answers because we all have our own preferences depending on our child. That kind of brings me into the idea that we're always searching for the Goldilocks diaper, which I made a video about, which is we're always searching for the best diaper for our baby, which one's the best. And you'll see through your journey that at different stages you're gonna like different diapers, maybe different diapering systems. You know, I watched Kim from 5 Minute Cloth, and she really loved all-in-ones when her second child was a lot smaller, and now she's liking pre-folds and covers. So it goes to show you that, you know, you can like different things. I've liked different things for all of my children, and for every stage of life I've liked something a little differently. So that just leads me to believe that our cloth diapering community is kind of in the mindset of always looking for the perfect diaper, which is kind of subjective to what child you're diapering and how old your child is and how the diaper fits and how much it absorbs. Sorry, I'm making some food right next to us. I'm making some, well, I'm not making it, it's already made, the earth made it. I am cooking some sugar snap peas. You know, do you have the right support? Support will get you through everything. Support is the only reason why I'm here. When I first started this, everybody was really against me doing cloth diapering. My husband was against it, my family was against it. There's one person that was on board, and that was my husband's brother. He actually bought me my newborn stash. He bought me 12 diapers, and I made it work. It depends on your perspective, you know. Is throwing away a diaper and then going to the store easier, or is not ever having to leave the house to go to the store and just washing your diapers easier? Some people might think throwing away a diaper and going to the store to get more is easier, and other people might think that reusable diapers that you wash and never run out of is easier. So it kind of depends on your perspective. I think they both definitely do come with their pros and cons, but I think not ever running out of diapers is less stressful, for one. You know, you don't have to run out of the house in the middle of the winter with 3 kids who are really grumpy. So I guess it depends on your family size, but for me, it's nice to be able to not have to leave the store because I never run out of diapers here. So with cloth, you do have to think about absorbency. There are some things that absorb more than other things, and so you do have to learn about fabric types when you come to the cloth diapering world. It might be a little scary at first to learn about the different fabric types, but once you learn it, it's second nature. But even with disposables, you can still deal with leaks, and you have to try a bunch of different brands, and sometimes that means your disposable diapers go to waste. So that is, you know, that is a con for disposable diapers as well. And then rashes. Rashes do happen with cloth diapers for some people. Rashes do happen with disposable diapers for some people. I've had 5 children, so it's happened both ways, you know. I have some children that get rashes in cloth diapers sometimes, and some children that get rashes in disposables sometimes. There are tons of reasons why your children could get rashes. They could be sensitive to the detergent you're using. Maybe you're using too much detergent or not enough detergent, or there's not enough agitation in your wash, so your diapers aren't getting clean enough. Your child could be sensitive to wetness. So there is troubleshooting with cloth diapers. I made a video about that last year. I'll link it down below. I think it's called like the trials of cloth diapering or something like that. And you know, I put these videos out there to give you guys perspective, a realistic perspective, that it can be hard for some people and it can be really fun for other people. So, or it could be just in the middle of that, which for me it has. It's gone down the sliding scale many and many of times. Just because I make YouTube videos doesn't mean that cloth diapering doesn't suck sometimes, because it does. And I'm just being realistic with my emotions here. It sometimes sucks. I don't like cloth diapering toddlers. It's not my favorite to do because toddler poop can get so nasty and raunchy and smelly. Spraying diapers sometimes can get annoying. You know, I've taken breaks from cloth a few times where I've used disposables, and I've just kind of let myself take that break. There was a point last year where I was cloth diapering 2 toddlers and I was pregnant and I was sick, so it wasn't always realistic for me to use 100% cloth, spraying 10 poopy diapers a day. It was wearing me down. I give a huge kudos to those who cloth diaper through all of that. I am not one of those people, but I give kudos to those who can push through stuff like that. So this was a lot of rambling, and I hope some of it was coherent and made sense, but cloth diapering can be hard, yeah, it can. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It can be hard, and it's realistic. And I don't want people to come here and be pissed off at me saying that I didn't ever tell the truth, that cloth diapering wasn't like having a parade in the street and it's sprinkling unicorn kisses. Like, nobody did that for me when I started cloth diapering. There wasn't a parade in the street and there weren't unicorn kisses coming down from the sky, so I don't want you guys to expect that either. It's also as difficult as we make it, I think. Our stress level and our anxiety going into it, and our perspective and our mindset towards it, can really affect the experience we have with cloth diapering. And I think that's where support comes in, and that's why support is so important. There are so many people here online that are willing to support you. I didn't have anybody in my personal life here to help me with my decision to cloth diaper or to cheer me along the way when I was having a hard time. It was the online community, and I think that's half the reason why this channel was born. Because of that, I was given so much support, and I also want to be here to support others in this community. And I think it's, my nose. and oh, my nose is so itchy, guys. And I think it's so important that I share my real experiences with cloth diapering instead of trying to make it seem like so perfect, because it's not. And you know, depending on why you cloth diaper, it might not be worth it for you and your family and where you're at in life right now. At least you are given the information, at least you're given the different perspectives to cloth, and at least you're able to make that decision for yourself. If you are watching this and you have any advice for new cloth diapering parents, leave it down below. I like to keep this comment section as a place where we can be a community and not just a place where you guys are talking to me. Because a lot of other people, they come to the comment section and they also read what you have to say. And I think what you say down there is just as important as the information that I make in this video. Because that brings the community in together as one piece instead of being like my channel, my community. Because the truth is, a lot of you guys are also subscribed to other people in the cloth diapering community, and we're all a community together. We're all trying to get the word of cloth diapering out. For me, there really is no separation from my channel or someone else's channel, or from here and Facebook. Besides the differing platforms, it doesn't really feel any different for me. So if you have advice to share down below, please do so. I know some people would really, really love that. I would love that. I would love for you to share what you know. Share your wisdom. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Listen to my voice. Can you hear that? I have to do a voiceover today and it's gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound, I have to do it at nighttime, so it's gonna sound a little scratchy. Alright guys, yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.